Alright guys, now let's go. Questions 13 to 16. 13. What does the title say the graph is about? So you can look at the pie chart here, and then you need to answer all the questions from 13 to 16, okay? Quỳnh Hương, number 13.
What does the title say the graph is about?
Mm-hmm.
The title say the graph is average house size in selected countries.
This is writing. Okay, so we can look at the title here. Average house size in selected countries. So what does the title say the graph is about? So it's just about the average size of houses in some selected countries, right? Okay, so that one is very simple. You can write there. Actually, you can write exactly the same thing. The average house size in selected countries. Yeah, you should write something just to understand. So the answers for number 13 is average house size in selected countries. Now 14. What do the segments represent? So you first of all tell me what are the segments here. Go in. Yeah, the segments are the parts of the pie chart. You can see the orange part, the dark green or something, or black, I don't know, and green and blue, pink segments. Okay, we call each one of them a segment, right? So what do the segments represent? Tell me. It represents what?
Average house size of each country.
The average house size of each country. Yes, okay. Yeah, they mentioned two things. Yes, the first thing they mentioned what? Based on each segment, for example, the first one, it represents what? Yeah, it represents a country, right? For example, the orange one, which country is that? Canada, right? And we have the black one, the USA, and the green one, Australia, blue one, Hong Kong, and the pink one, Japan. So it represents a country. And also you can see they mentioned some numbers here, right? 181 square meters, things like that. So that is the average house size in that particular country. Okay, so for number 14, what do the segments represent? You can just simply write different countries. It's fine. That means that the average house size in different countries. Okay, so you can write different countries. Just to have an idea of what it is. Okay, now number 15, Ngọc Anh.
Which is the largest and smallest segment?
Yeah. So which one is the largest segment?
The largest segment is Australia and the smallest segment is Hong Kong.
Yes. So the largest segment is Australia, and the smallest one is Hong Kong, right? So you can write the answer there. You can just simply mention largest, and then you can say Australia, and then we have smallest. So that is Hong Kong, right? All right. Next one, number 16.
Are some segments similar in size?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are two. Is Australia and USA.
Australia and USA, yes. Are some segments similar in size? Yes, we have Australia and USA, yes. Okay, so number 16, you can write Australia and USA, right? So actually these questions, when they ask you these questions, they are there just to support you in writing, okay? So you can learn how to describe a pie chart. First of all, you look at each segment. What does each segment represent? You understand that, and you explain about that. And also you answer which one is the largest one, which one is the smallest one, and also you say which one are similar in size, and then you can complete your writing part. Okay? Yeah. So those are the things you need to consider when you do writing. Okay, so we have just finished these questions. Now let's move on to the next one. So here is what we call a table. Okay, so above we have a pie chart. Now we have a table. Number 17, what does the title say about the table? Thư, first of all, what is the title here?
The title here is Average House Size in Selected European Countries.
Yes, average house size in selected European countries. That is the title of this table, right? So what does the title say about the table?
It is average house size in some European countries.
Yes, so it represents, or it is mentioning about the average size of houses in selected European countries. Okay, you can explain it like that, or you can just write the same. But remember, in the writing part, you should change something, or if you don't have, if you're not able to change, then you can use that title again. It's fine. Okay. 17. So you can write something like average size of houses in selected European countries. 18. How many columns are there, and what do they represent? Hương. How many columns? 1? 2. Yes, we see 2 columns, right? Yeah, you understand columns? Yeah, we look at the table, we have 2 columns, and 1 column represent country. See that? And down there you see all of the names of different countries, like United Kingdom, France, Denmark, Germany, Italy, Spain, Greece. Yeah? So that is 1 column. And how about the other column? What does it represent? Yes, it represents the size, or the average size of houses in those particular countries. Okay, so we have 2 columns, and they represent country and size. Okay, so you can answer like that. Just write or mark something somewhere. You can say 2, Okay, 2 columns, and it mentioned about country and also size. Yeah. All right. Next one, number 19. Which country has the biggest average house size? Which one? Oi.
The biggest average house size is Denmark.
Yeah. Be careful of the way you explain thing. You said that the
Country has the biggest.
yes, that's right. Now it's correct. You understand? Because if you say that the biggest house size is Denmark, what is that? Okay, the biggest house size is Denmark? No. Okay, you have to say that Denmark has the biggest average house size. Yeah. So the answer is Denmark. You can write there, 19. Okay. All right, now 20. Which country has the smallest average house size? Which one? Quỳnh Hương.
Italy has the smallest average house size.
Yes, the answer is Italy, right? With only 61 square meter. The answers for number 20 is Italy. Okay. Now 21. Which countries have a similar average house size?
Germany and France.
Yeah, France and Germany, right? So we have France, 112 square meters, and France and what?
Germany.
Yeah, France and Germany. Germany has the average house size of 109 square meter. Okay, so France and Germany. That's the answer for number 21. Okay. Wait, before moving on, look at that. So now if they ask you to describe or to write about a table, what should you do? Can someone tell me that? Based on the guideline here, if they ask you to describe this table, what should you do? Ngọc Anh. Thiên Nga. What? You don't know? Thư. Trời ơi, nãy giờ mình làm bài tập để chơi thôi các bạn. Guys, mình làm bài tập đâu phải để chơi đâu. Giống như hồi nãy thầy hướng dẫn cái pie chart rồi đó. Bây giờ cái table, bây giờ nó kêu viết về cái miêu tả cái table này, bạn phải làm gì? How can you start? So first of all, you need to explain the title, of course. Okay? You have to say, what is this table about? By looking at the title, you can say, well, the table represents or shows the average size of houses in selected European countries. At least you must say like that, or you must write like that, right? And then you need to make some comparisons. First of all, you need to describe the table. You say that, okay, this table has 2 columns, and okay, one is about country, and the other one is about size. Well, you don't need to mention that, but now that one is just for you to understand. So when you look at the country, and you can say like which country has the biggest average house size, right? Again, in writing, remember you have to mention the biggest one and also the smallest one. Those are two important things you have to mention all the time. Okay, the smallest one, the biggest one, and also the similar ones. Got it? That applies for, I think, most of the writing part 1. Yeah? For the pie chart, the line charts, or whatever, you have to mention about the largest one, and then the smallest one, and also some of them with the same or similar number of figures. Got it? Okay? So when you look at a chart like that, so at least you must have an idea what to write about before writing. Okay? So this is just a guideline. So guys, don't just, because every time you finish the assignment, you just quickly jump to the next one without learning anything. So that is very useless, right? So after they don't just give you some assignments like this just for fun, or just do it and then mention some small things like that. It doesn't work. You have to look at that. These are the guidelines for you, and you have to learn. And next time when you see something like this, you know what to write about. Got it? No. Đây không phải là cuộc đua về tốc độ làm bài tập nha các bạn. Có nhiều bạn lao vào cái suốt ngày cứ đi làm bài tập chả có tác dụng gì, rồi sẽ tự hỏi tại sao điểm thi không tăng. Ok, mấy cái bài này đâu có cái ý nghĩa lý gì nếu như các bạn không sử dụng nó đâu. Ok, đâu phải là chỉ viết vài ba chữ vô là xong chuyện đâu nha. Tôi thấy vừa mới làm xong bài tập là các bạn đã nhau nha, các bạn muốn nhảy qua bài mới rồi. Để làm gì trong khi bài cũ nhìn vô không biết viết cái gì. Alright, now let's move on to the next one. But first of all, should we write about? Okay, we move on first. Using accurate data. Okay, exercise 3. Huy, read that.
The sample answer describe the pie chart and table in exercise 2. We write a sample answer correcting any error in data.
Yes, the sample answer describes the pie chart and table in exercise 2. So we have the pie chart right there, average house size in selected countries, and then we have the table down there, average house size in selected European countries. You see that, right? And then we write the sample answer correcting any errors in data. So first of all, you need to look at this. This is the sample answer. It says the pie chart and table provide information about the average house size worldwide. Okay, so you have to fix that. Now fix that, guys, and then later on you need to write this. Okay. It is very important. You can look at the tip. It is very important that the information you provide in your answer accurately reflects the information given in the text. Ok, thông tin các bạn miêu tả phải chính xác nha. Alright, now do it. Fix that. I think you don't have enough space in that blank. You need to rewrite that in your notebook. Okay? You cannot just fix one word. It doesn't work. Okay, if you fix one word, I think you don't have enough place. You better rewrite in your notebook, especially the first one. For example, the first one, they underline the word worldwide, right? Of course, that is incorrect. And do you know why it is incorrect?
Because in the pie chart, it's only saying that in this outside in selected countries, not outside of one.
Do you understand worldwide?
On the world.
Yes. How about the table?
The table is about the outside in selected European countries.
Yes, not worldwide, right? So now you have to explain that one again. You have to rewrite that first sentence again because it's wrong. Alright, now let's fix this. So first of all, you see the first sentence. They say the pie chart and table provide information about the average house size worldwide. So worldwide is wrong, right? It is not mentioning about the average house size worldwide, but it just mentioned about the average house size in selected countries, in some particular countries only. That is for the pie chart, and for the table, that is just for some European countries. Okay, not worldwide. So the word worldwide is wrong. Now, how can you fix this? How can you fix this? TOEIC, tell me. What did you write? Come again? It's okay, but it's not very clear. You must be very clear about what is mentioning about what. Because if you just say the average house size in this, that or something, but it doesn't mention clearly like because here we have two things, right? We have the pie chart, we also have the table, right? So you must explain very clearly which one mentioned what. Okay? Someone else, please. Ngọc Anh, can you do it? Thì
The pie chart and the table provide information about the average house size in some selected countries and in some European countries.
yeah, it's quite all right, but if you combine like that, then it's a little bit confusing. Okay? Because if you say the pie chart and the table provide blah, 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 and then you say in some selected countries and also in some selected European countries, it's kind of a mess. Okay? You must separate them. It's better. Thư.
The pie chart and table provide information about the average house size in selected countries.
This one is missing something. Because the pie chart, yes, it provides information about the average house size in some selected countries. Yes, that's right. But the table does not. It's more specific than the first one. Hương, try it. Yeah, okay. So you kind of understand, but you still don't know. Okay, so you can mention something like the pie chart. You separate them. You separate them. You say the pie chart provides information about the average house size in selected countries, while the table, okay, and the table in selected European countries. Or shows information about blah, blah, okay? So you can say the pie chart provides information about the average house size in selected countries and the table in selected European countries. Okay? It must be very clear. Được ha? Pie chart là some selected countries, còn thằng table là some selected European countries. Okay guys? All right, now number 2, the second largest houses are in Canada, with the average size being 201 square meter. So what is wrong here? How can we fix this?
I think the second largest houses are in USA, not Canada.
Yeah, so how can we fix this?
The second largest houses are in USA with the average size being 201 square meter.
Yeah. The second largest houses are in, and yeah, then for USA you have to write the USA or the USA. Okay, you have to write the USA with the average size being 201 square meter. Okay, you can look at the pie chart, you see that. Okay, Australia, that is the second largest one, right? What is the largest one?
The largest Australia.
Yeah, Australia, yes. Okay, so the second largest one, that is the USA. Don't just say USA, okay? The USA. Okay, so the answer for number 2, you just replace the word Canada with the USA, then it's fine. Next one, the country with the smallest houses is Hong Kong, with residences being an average of just 45 square meter. Quỳnh Hương, what is wrong here?
The country with the smallest houses is Hong Kong, with residents being an average house size of just 45 square meters.
Yeah, so?
So it misses average, it misses house size.
You say that the country with the smallest houses in Hong Kong, with residences being an average of house size. Well, actually here you just need to use of 45 square meter. So what is underlined here? What is underlined here? Hmm? Square meters, I think that's correct, right? 45 square meter, that's correct. So you probably they just say that being an average of 45 square meter. They mention is very clearly 45 square meter, not just or something. You don't need to write just 45 square meter. You just say 45 square meter. Should be online. Oh. I can make it. All right, now number 4. In comparison, the table illustrates the average house size in all European countries. Oh, this one is easy. How can we fix this? Number 4. TOEIC, right? Yeah. Yes, in selected European countries, not in all European countries. Yeah. The United Kingdom and Italy have the smallest houses, and Denmark and Greece have the largest. The average house size in Denmark is 137 square meter. In conclusion, when comparing the two graphs, it is easily apparent that houses in Europe are much smaller than in non-European countries. Number 5, what is wrong here? You think that is correct?
No, I think it's wrong.
So which one is wrong? I don't understand. Come again.
I think the houses in Europe is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I change it to house in selected European country.
You change it to house size in European countries? Yeah, actually in Europe, that means in European countries, so that's correct. But what is wrong here? Cái bài này nó cũng khá là hay ha. Tại vì nó làm cho các bạn buộc lòng phải phân tích thật kỹ, bạn viết thật là kỹ nha. Tại vì bạn nghĩ rằng là bạn viết như vậy là ok rồi, nhưng mà thực ra nó bị sai về mặt ý nghĩa so với những cái đó. Ok, bạn phân tích cho kỹ đi, tại sao chỗ này nó bị sai, cố gắng mà hiểu đi, thì sau này người ta chấm điểm bạn cũng sẽ hiểu và bạn biết tại sao. Now tell me, when they say it is easily apparent that houses in Europe, when they say houses in Europe, are they talking about some houses in Europe or all houses in Europe? They are talking about all houses in Europe, right? Because they just use houses. I mean, in general, I mean, kind of all houses in Europe are much smaller than in non-European countries. So first of all houses in Europe are much smaller than that. Are you sure? Because the table show the average house size in selected European countries, and the pie chart shows what the average house size of some selected countries like Canada, USA, Australia, Hong Kong, Japan. Are they in Europe? Are they in Europe? Yes or no? No, they are outside Europe, right? So that's why they just compare the average house size in some selected European countries with the average house size in some other countries outside Europe. You see? Because Canada, the USA, Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, they are not in Europe. You understand? And here they say that, for example, like some houses in Greece, like 126 square meter, is still bigger or larger than Hong Kong, right? Than the houses in Hong Kong, right? Or Japan. See that? So if you just say in general, you just say like houses in Europe are much smaller than in non-European countries, so it's wrong. So you have to say most houses in Europe, not all houses in Europe. Okay, so you just need to add most houses in Europe, because yes, most of them are smaller, but not all of them. Okay, and then much smaller than in non-European countries. Can we use the word non-European countries here? Is that correct? Can we use the word non-European countries in that case? Yes or no? Câu này rất quan trọng nha. Các bạn suy nghĩ kỹ rồi trả lời. Can we use the words non-European countries in this case? Yes or no? If you say yes, explain to me why. And if you say no, why? Đố bạn nào hiểu được cái này giải thích cho thầy nghe coi. Giải thích được cái này là các bạn cũng khá rồi đó. Tell me. Đâu bạn nào bạn Huy nói yes, right? Why? Why can we use this? Why we can use this?
Because in the pie charts, don't have country, any country that not in Europe.
Yeah.
Non-European countries.
Yeah. So Huy said that because in the pie chart you see all of the countries mentioned there. They are not in Europe, so we can call them non-European countries, right? Do you agree or disagree? Well, actually, can someone, if someone say no, then explain that to me. Hương, Thư, you said no, right? Why?
I think non-European countries is very large. So like every country not European, you can call non-European countries. So I think it's not used. You shouldn't use non-European countries in this case.
Yeah, come again. You should not use the non-European countries in this case because that one is too large.
Yes, it's too large.
Why?
Because non-European countries is every country but European countries. So
Cho càng nói càng rối vậy. Okay. Yeah, rồi, thank you both of you. Rồi, cả hai bạn mình đều nói được cái ý rồi, cũng giải thích được chút ha. Yes. Huy is, you are correct. You said that average house size in selected countries, and you look at all of the countries here: Canada, USA, Australia, Hong Kong, Japan. They are outside Europe, right? So you think you can call them non-European countries, okay? And Thư, you said that it's wrong. We cannot call that because if you say non-European countries, that means it's too large. But the other part you couldn't explain clearly. Okay, I can tell you that. Partly, Huy is correct to the part of that, not partly, not completely. Why? Because if you mention non-European countries, that means you are talking about all of the countries which are outside Europe. Do you see Vietnam there? No. Are we in Europe? No. Right? So if you mention non-European countries, you must mention all of the countries outside Europe, even Vietnam, right? So it is correct, but it's missing something. You have to say that in some selected non-European countries. You understand? Tức là chỉ có một vài quốc gia, không phải là ở Europe thôi, chứ bạn không được quyền nói chung tổng quan tất cả. You understand? You have to, yeah, you got it? Just some selected non-European countries, not all non-European countries. Do you understand? Yeah? So here, for number 5, first of all, you need to fix in houses in Europe. You just can say most houses in Europe. You don't say houses in Europe. Because if you say houses in Europe, I mean all houses in Europe, so it's wrong. So you add most before houses. So most houses in Europe are much smaller than in the selected. You don't say then in non-European countries, you say in the selected non-European countries. Got it? You added that. Trước chữ houses các bạn thêm chữ most. Sau chữ in các bạn thêm chữ the selected. Okay. Then it is accurate. Yeah, you got an idea? Yeah, you got the idea. Yeah. Nhớ cho các bạn ở trong IELTS nó kỹ như vậy đó, và bạn miêu tả cẩn thận nha. Đó, bạn dùng sai hay là kiểu sai vân vân, may là trừ điểm sạch hết á. Nhé. Nhớ ha, ở đây là chỉ ở một vài quốc gia bên ngoài châu Âu thôi. Một vài quốc gia đã được chọn lọc, chọn lựa ở ngoài châu Âu, chứ không phải là nói về tất cả những quốc gia ngoài châu Âu nha các bạn. Rồi, the last one, overall Australia has the biggest houses and Italy has the smallest. This is most probably due to the size of each country. So number 6, who's next? Khiên Nga. Okay, number 6, what's that? What's the answer?
Hong Kong. Overall, Australia has the biggest houses and Hong Kong has the smallest.
Yeah, Hong Kong. The answer is Hong Kong, right? Yeah, you can check above. Australia has the biggest houses. Australia has the biggest houses with 214 square meter, while Hong Kong only has 45 square meter. Okay? Yeah? So the answer here is Hong Kong, not Italy. Because Italy has 61. Okay? The house size in Italy is 61 square meter. And the smallest one is Hong Kong. Yeah? Number 6, Hong Kong. Got it? So, yeah, that's good. So hopefully you learned something new today, and next time we can do writing, yeah? Okay? Tomorrow. Okay, great. That's it for